So, what if I told you the secret to a peaceful mind isn't some complex technique, but something as simple as a glass of water? Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful story that shows us how to quiet all that noise inside our heads. Ever feel like your mind just won't shut off? You know, that constant swirl of thoughts, replaying the past, worrying about the future. It's like this mental static that just makes it impossible to feel calm. I think we've all been there. Well, that was definitely the reality for the hero of our story today, a 24-year-old guy named Marco. He was completely caught in that exact trap of a restless, nonstop mind. And I love how the story describes it. It wasn't just thoughts, it was a storm. And that's such a perfect word for it, right? This internal chaos just left him feeling totally drained, anxious. It even stole simple joys, like being able to smile.
So the storm inside him was basically raging from two directions. On one side, he was trapped by memories and regrets, things that were already over and done with. And on the other, he was completely anxious about what might happen next. He was living everywhere but the present moment.
But then he gets a little glimmer of hope. He hears these whispers about a wise old man living out in the mountains. This guy's story is pretty cool, actually. He used to be a city psychologist, but got fed up with modern life and just left it all behind to help people find real peace. So Marco decides to go for it. And this wasn't just a quick trip. The story says it was a long, tiring journey. That really tells you just how desperate he was to find some relief from that storm in his head. And when he finally gets there, he just lays it all out. It's this incredibly simple, honest plea. He's not asking for money or success. All he wants is peace in my heart. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The wise man doesn't give him a big lecture or some secret chant. Nope. He gives him a task. He knows the answer isn't something you hear. It's something you have to experience. Okay, so here's the task. Sounds simple, but the details are everything. Fill a glass of water right to the very top, walk all the way through the noisy, busy village, and then come back. And here's the kicker, the one rule that changes everything. You must not spill even one drop of water. Suddenly, the stakes are all about total, complete focus. All right, so picture this. Marco starts walking. The village is total chaos. People are yelling, dogs are barking, kids are running around. It's an overload for the senses. But Marco, he doesn't see or hear any of it. His entire universe has shrunk down to that one glass of water. And guess what? He nails it. He gets back to the wise man, totally successful, probably feeling pretty proud of himself. But as you can probably guess, this was never really about the water. This is the moment everything clicks. The wise man doesn't say, "Good job." Instead, he asks him about all the chaos he just walked through. He's asking about everything except the glass. And Marco's answer, this is the light bulb moment, no, I was only focusing on the glass. Think about that. All the noise, all the distractions, and maybe more importantly, his own internal storm. It all just disappeared. And boom, there it is. That's the secret. When your mind is 100% occupied with what you are doing right now, there is literally no room for anything else. No space for old regrets or worries about the future. His mind went quiet simply because it was full. What a powerful realization. Marco made this long journey thinking this wise man was going to give him peace. But the truth was, the peace he was searching for wasn't in some distant village at all. It was inside him the whole time. It's inside all of us, really. It's just waiting for us in the present moment. The wise man just gave him an exercise to help him find the key and unlock it for himself. I mean, think about that transformation. Let's just remember where he started. He showed up uneasy, tired, couldn't even smile, just completely trapped in his own head. And now, he's leaving as a completely different person. Not because the world changed, the village is still noisy. He changed because he learned how to shift his focus. He now has the tool to calm his own mental storm. So what can we take away from all this? I think it boils down to three huge things. First, your focus literally creates your reality. Second, peace isn't in the past or future. It only exists right here, right now. And finally, the quickest way to find that peace is to just focus completely on one single thing. Which, of course, brings us to the final, most important question. This is a great story, but it's really a metaphor that's asking us to look at our own lives and ask, what is your glass of water? What's the one thing right now that you can give your full attention to and find that quiet space that's already inside you?